What's good, everyone? Just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to you guys about Fibonacci's. Okay, there's a lot of different styles on how to use Fibonacci's. I'm gonna show you guys today the way that I use Fibonacci's. That doesn't make it like the right way, the best way, but it makes it my way. So my way of using Fibonacci. So I'm gonna show you guys here on Dow and NASDAQ. Okay, the Fibonacci tool is found over here on the left hand side, and it's under this segment right here, and you're gonna find it somewhere down here. Mine's on top, and it's the Fibonacci, the fib retracement. Okay, and it's exactly what the name says. It measures out retracements or expansions or certain moves. So for example, I use my Fibonacci, okay, from wick to wick. It has two anchoring points. The first from high to low if you're bearish, or from low to high if you're bullish. Okay, notice my Fibonacci doesn't look like a lot of people's Fibonacci's. My Fibonacci is quite plain. I don't have that many levels on it. I have very simple levels. I have 6 levels overall. I keep it very simple. I don't believe in overcomplicating the Fibonacci. It's much more simpler than everybody thinks, okay? So when measuring a move, study my range video. But when measuring a move, I go from wick to wick, considering both structure and liquidity. Okay. Sometimes structure will be bullish, but I'll still have a bearish range, and I'll start, when I'm bearish, I always start from the high to the low. Okay, from the high, that high up there, to the low. And Fibonacci, the way that I use it is to measure a range, okay, and to get my premium and discounted price. So the top half of my Fibonacci is premium, okay, and the bottom half of my Fibonacci is discount. Okay, that goes for whatever range you're looking at. No matter what the range, premium to discount, discount to premium. Price action tends to go from discount back to premium, and from premium back to discount, and seeking price and following this algo, okay, this rhythm in price. So the Fibonacci is used from wick to wick, from high to low, or from low to high. All right, make sure you're always measuring in the direction in which you see price action going. If you're bearish, from high to low. If you're bullish, from low to high. Okay, those steps are really important, and in the future videos you guys will know why. Okay, as of right now, just make sure that you're following those steps. All right, the Fibonacci can be used to measure a lot of things, okay, but I mainly focus it purely for my range. Okay, the other ways that you can use it is to measure, candles. So if you're looking at an order block, for example, like this order block right here, this entire push up, okay, that entire push up right there, if you were to measure 50%, or from body to body, okay, from body to body, you would get the 50% of that range. So you would get 50% and above, the premium side of that order block and the discounted side of that order block. We measure body to body on order blocks because we're measuring the volume. We're not really worried about anything else but the volume of that move, of that order block. What are order blocks? A change in the state of delivery. So the only times that I use body to body is if I'm measuring order blocks. Okay. If I'm measuring order blocks, that's the only times that I measure just body to body. All right, but for the most part, I'm using the Fibonacci to identify my range. I keep it very simple. It doesn't get much more simple than just these simple levels that you guys see right in front of you, okay? In the future, you guys will learn about expansion levels. These are called standard deviations, and I'll show you guys how to utilize those in the near future. Just stay tuned, okay? But for now, I just want you guys to focus on those very simple concepts. Wick to wick, Make sure you're measuring in the directional bias that you're anticipating price to go. If you're bullish, from low to high. If you're bearish, from high to low. Okay, I find and utilize my Fibonacci in every single time frame. I welcome it. Okay, and it's not just bodies of candles that we measure. We also measured wicks. Okay, we also measure wicks, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So for example, let's go to the weekly. Okay, and I want you guys to see how I measure these wicks. Okay, so you guys can see when I'm measuring wicks, I'm looking for right here to that high. So that wick, I'm just measuring that out and I'm dragging it out. Okay, 50% of that, just like it is when it's an order block, it's called the mean threshold. 50% of an order block is called the mean threshold. Okay, and 50% of a wick, it's called consequent encouragement, something like that. Then you guys can see why I measure them out. See how price returns right to 50%? It's an institutional level. Okay, now as to why, watch ICT. Okay, if you guys study ICT, he explains it in great detail. Me personally, I don't know the technical reason as to why price action returns to 50% of these wicks. Okay, but it does happen quite often, and it is an institutional level that you should pay attention to. Okay, so we got measuring the range, measuring order blocks, and then measuring wicks. Okay, I utilize this tool to measure all of these things. So again, this is a very basic understanding. In the future, I will drop a very advanced version of this, but we'll progress with basic understandings. And then as we go on with this playlist, finish out the playlist, I'll dive into the future with more advanced concepts. Master the basics. That's all my biggest advice to you guys. Master the basics. The Fibonacci tool is something I don't talk about as often, but it's definitely something that's very, very useful in my trading, and I actively use every single day. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Trade responsibly, clap easy, and keep on going. Don't stop. All right, love you guys. Peace.